It's Pete from Cheap Homesteading, and today we're in the garage, and I just got a package from Princess Auto, and we're going to open that. But I'll tell you what I bought. I bought a 500,000 BTU roofing torch. I've seen Princess Auto's our version of Harbor Freight. I've seen these torches at Harbor Freight, so they're basically the same kind of torch. I'll tell you why I need a propane torch of that size, because it's absolutely massive. I was looking on Princess Auto because I needed something to scorch the inside of my bee boxes. Scorching is when you flame the inside of your bee boxes, and it just burns a little bit, but it kills off any pathogens that are in your bee equipment. And I really feel like it's probably important to try to make sure everything is as clean as possible, because I had 3 beehives make the winter. One kind of dwindled, but I still have 2 so far. It is minus 3 right now, and it is cold out. I'm like, oh man, I just hope they hang on. I purchased this torch because I wanted to scorch the inside of the bee boxes and try to kill off all the pathogens that are in them. This beekeeping thing is really darn difficult. I don't know if people really know what's happening to the bees. There's one company this spring that successful beekeeping honey producer, and 140 out of 180 hives died. So I mean, it's not like they're just some person starting up and going, oh, okay, we're doing this, we're not going to treat, or we're not going to do whatever. These people treat. So they had massive loss. There's another one that was up in Quebec that was like 100, I forget what it was. It was massive losses. I go on the PV website, which is the company that bought TSC stores in Canada, and they said, sorry, their supplier had 90% loss, they can't supply nukes. So I mean, these are most likely big bee operations that have had bees for quite a few years and have been doing okay, and then this year it has went really wrong. Okay, so I don't know what's happening to the bees, but something is, and I tried to say, what is going to be my attack for the year? What am I going to do this year to try to just build my bee operation and try to keep these things alive? I looked at it and I said, you know what, I can't do anything outside of this property or outside of my bee yards to protect the bees, really. I mean, if there's chemicals that are doing it, I can't do anything about that. And if they are something in the air, I can't do anything about that. So I was thinking, though, anything that I am in control of, I am going to do. So I really felt like it was important for me to disinfect my beehives, kill spores. There's diseases like nosema and deformed wing virus and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, you know what, it's really important that I disinfect all the beehives when I make my new splits, and just make sure that they are doing good and that they have the best sanitary environment for them to raise their young, and hopefully build a beehive that's capable of making the winter. So that's why I ordered a 500,000 BTU propane torch. So let's open this thing up. So it is the ProPoint large propane torch. Manual ignition, connection type, BTU rating 500,000, steel, torch, hose, flow control pipe, connector, and striker. Great for burning weeds, brush, removing ice and snow on road surfaces. Torch generates a temperature over 1600 or 3000 Fahrenheit when connected to any standard 20-pound propane tank. There you go. That is pretty awesome. So let's open it up. That's pretty good too. It comes with a striker. They probably don't want you using a cigarette lighter or something like that, I guess. So that works. The hose, I don't know if I'd want to be using that in the winter. It just feels really cheap, but it is approved for actual propane. So I mean, how cheap can it be? It can't be too cheap, you would think. It's funny too, it doesn't seem to have a regulator. You just screw it in. Let's hook this up to a tank and see what it does. You probably should do this outside, but it's cold and dark out there. So we're gonna try this out. So make sure you use soap on all the connections. I didn't, but you know, it's probably the smart thing to do. We're gonna open up the tank. Wow. That's awesome. No, that is like absolutely incredible. Okay, so that worked really, really good. Let's try this again. So you kind of start it up. Works really good. It has lots of. And when you shut it off, it's kind of afraid what it would do, but it just shuts off. It doesn't pop or anything, so that's kind of a good thing. I think this thing's gonna work awesome. Doing all kinds of stuff. Like my wife has wanted her pathway taken back from the weeds for years, and I don't want to put chemicals on it with the bees and everything, but I bought a little torch one year, you know, those little garden torches to kind of burn the path. It took like 400 years to actually clear the path. I think this thing will do it very shortly. So this is awesome. This thing was like 90 some bucks at Princess Auto, and I would say this thing is so worth it for sure. So that's what I got it for. So you're gonna see me in some videos. I don't know how soon, but at some point we're gonna be scorching some beehives and maybe trying it out, burning some weeds in front of the house. The wife really wanted that for years, so and it gives me an excuse to use it now. So that's about enough for today. You guys have a good one.